Hi everyone. Thought we would, I finally got around to doing the tutorial here, the QTP, quick tutorial and playthrough for Rainbow Connection. First of all, I want to say everybody has really done some great work on this. I think this is going to sound really good. Quite a little arrangement here, quite a lot going on. But again, you guys have put in a lot of work on it and it's starting to sound really good. So now we're approaching the whole song. We have the words, everything in it. And so let's take a look at the chart and we'll walk through it. First thing to note, this was the first song that we'd ever played that was in 3/4 time. So it's in a waltz, and that was something different. So the strumming patterns are a little different, picking patterns are a little different. You have to watch that because of that 3/4 count. Now, as far as the patterns go, other than in the intro where you're just strumming on the downbeat like that, there's really two picking patterns and there's two strumming patterns that can be used. Now, some people, you can finger pick the whole song pretty much, except when we go to that B flat major 7. We're all strumming at that point. That's what I want to call the B section of the verse and the chorus. We're all strumming at that point. But you could finger pick up till then. Once we transfer to the second page, we're all strumming all the time until we actually stop at the end there to go back to the intro. So again, you have an intro section where you have one of the patterns. And if you choose to strum that, it's just the downbeats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Then when it goes to the verse, you're going to have this is the plucking pattern. And if you want to strum that, this was the simple, just downbeats, little pluck. You can hit that with your finger if you want. I find it easy just to catch the fourth string on my uke, because it's really the two strums after on 2 and 3 that I'm looking for, okay? Then we get to the B flat major 7, we're all doing that second strum. Like that, okay? No finger picking is going on at that time. We're all strumming, okay? Now, the other thing is we decided to try to sing this relatively close to the way Kermit does it. And to do that, he has quite a bit of syncopation. He speeds up some words and has some pauses. So I went through, and you'll notice that some of the, either a word or a little group of words has an underline, a dark underline. Those are said faster. And what is he kind of speeds up? Then you'll notice there's commas after. The commas are just like a comma in something that you were speaking. It's a pause. So for instance, let's take the very first line on the F. It says, why are there so many songs about rainbows? Well, the way he sings that is, notice that under the YR, there's a underline with commas. So it's YR, very fast, and then you have a pause. Why are there, now the so many. So you get why are there so many, another pause. Then you smooth out songs about rainbows and what's on the other side. So anytime you see those underlines and the commas, you say that phrase a little quicker, then there's a slight pause, then you go on to the next one. He's accentuating the 3/4, the waltz. If you've ever seen the waltz, the swing style waltz, there's when they spin, they kind of go run-da-dun, run-da-dun. It all wraps up into that feel. The waltz has a nice feel to it. Now, on a couple places, you're going to notice we have some holds at the end of it's actually the chorus we're into there. When we do the C7, the dreamers, and you're going to play that once, which gives us time to get back to the intro. Like that. That's about a little more than halfway down the first page. There's a hold there, and I've got my little slashes. So you play the C7, let the 2 beats go by. Once we get over to the second page, starts with that chorus with the B flat major 7. We're all strumming through that second page. There's no more finger picking on that until you get down to the very end where we actually stop again and then we go into the intro to finish it. Now, one other thing to notice is we decided, I actually decided I was going to take it out and I left it in. We're doing the complete song. So you'll notice not quite halfway down on the second page, we have bridge and modulation. Now, the bridge is that C with a D minor to an F, and you'll notice after all of us under its spell have some commas. There's a pause there. All of us under its spell. We know that, so there's a pause before we know that it's probably D7 suspended. Magic takes us up to the key of G. Have you been half asleep? And have you heard voices? So you want to take a look at that modulation. We know all the chords in there. The C6 for the uke players is just straight open. I believe on the Barry it's a bar. I can't remember it for sure, but I think it's just a bar. I could be wrong on that. Might be the something like that on there. But anyway, there's a C6 in there. Everything else, the C major 7 we've played before. You have a C. It's on the 2nd fret. We use it on there's kind of a hush. So there's your dominant 7. Your major 7. So if you notice, we'll use a little theory here. Open is a C6 because it has that, there you go right there with that A note in it, which is the 6th of the C chord. Then you add the dominant 7. Okay, we play that quite a bit. Then you add the major 7. And then finally it pulls all the way back up to another C note. So there you can see some of your theory right there. 6, dominant 7, major 7, and back to a C. So there you can see how those are kind of working together. Very easy to see that on the C chord. Okay, now we've got the modulation. We have some phrases underlined that are sped up. We have some commas. Let's jump in. So if you need to highlight some of that, play through it a couple times, see some things that maybe you want to highlight so that you know they're coming up, and let's take a look at it. Now, I'm going to use a metronome on this to keep us all together and honest. I'm using this is another one of my favorite little metronomes. This is an actual wind-up metronome. It's a pocket size, a mini Tactile from Whitner. Love this little thing. So we're going to play it. If you want to know, the tempo I've got it set at here is 92. And I've got it beating out quarter notes. So it's going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that, okay? So let's give this a shot. Here we go. I'm going to start with the intro, and we're going to play through the song. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. Now we're all strumming. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Verse 2. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it, and look what it's done so far. Now we're all strumming. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? voices. I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that called the young sailors? The voice might be one in the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. And there you go, Rainbow Connection. Hope you guys enjoy that. Really look forward to getting together and playing that.